a newcomer, female newcomer and a male newcomer will get paid different money. They will get paid different money. They're not going to get paid the same money. You're a newcomer. Nobody knows who you are. Nobody knows who you are. Man, woman doesn't matter. But you're going to get paid not the same money. It's just assumed that men need more money. Like why? Like I think maybe people think that men need to like run a family and that's why they need
and
more
women don't.
money.
They're looked after.
Don't. They're looked after. I think that's the thing. Like तुम्हारे लिए इतना ही बहुत है because you're being looked after. Maybe I don't want to. Get married. Maybe I want to get married. It doesn't matter. Like maybe
it's irrelevant.
Exactly. It's a value that I'm talking about. I'm not saying give me more money. Listen, I'm very blessed, huh? God's given me a lot. So I'm not saying out of greed कि मुझे और पैसा चाहिए. I'm saying just value me. At the end of the day, you want respect. You want just that much. That's what you actually want. You want respect.
But I've never met anybody who's as more ballsy than she is. Literally, we've been on sets where we are going to do an intimate kind of a scene and being this, from the school that I am, which she likes to make fun of. I'm from the Yash Chopra school and Karan Johar school.
To do your scene, I need balls.
No, I'm just saying. So I still say, "Arey, logo ko hatao, isko khali karo, usko karo."
She's like, calm down.
And she's like, "What do you mean? Yeah, come on. Just do the shot." She's very much. I'm giving a line. I'm giving a kiss. What? This is not a big deal.
I think I react. Hello, Miss Ballsy. I react to it when I read, and if I'm convinced about it and I've got my character right, it takes me a lot of time. But if I got, then it just flows through. I just
You're
flow
with
through
it.
Yeah.
You're with it.
Then it's not ke now I've done my scene and shawl kahan hai meri izzat bacha lo. It's not like that. Ab meri cleavage na kisi ko dikh jaye, bacha lo mujhe.
Why do you do so many mass films?
Because I like watching these kind of films, yeah. What's your problem?
No, I'm
Do
really-
I
I
question your
also-
choice of films?
We are not here for a fight, we are for a conversation.
But what was this?
No, because
start
this would be the
question
first question that everybody wants to ask you, but they won't ask you so bluntly. Na,
Because I like watching such films, yeah. I like to go to a theatre and clap and hoot and whistle and stuff like that. And so I enjoy doing them.
So if you were offered another film in the dynamics of Lutera, which is not such a wet, commercial, all-India, pan-India audience film, would you still take that chance and do it?
Yeah, if I felt as strongly about it as I did about Lutera, yeah, I would do it. But if I was given a choice of doing a film like that and so-called commercial pot boiler, I would choose the commercial pot boiler.
Salman Khan and Farah both told you that you can't do this, like you're not really cut out for this. Is this a true story?
It's a weird story, and I had gone with a friend who did Big Boss at that time to his house. He was still hosting it, so and I had never met him, and we just randomly landed up at his house in the night. And I'm not much of a drinker, so I think when he asked, "Do you want a drink?" I said, "No, sir." So I think maybe whatever. I'm assuming nothing, and then the conversation began. He didn't really know obviously what I'm doing. I was.
So he said, "What are you here for?" Type.
What do you do? And so I'm doing a film, and so I still didn't say the name. Then my friend said, "Oh, sir, he's doing Student of the Year." It's like, "Oh, right. You're working with Maaran and Karan's film, yeah." So then he started, and from there on the conversation
He's
became
intimidating, huh?
Exactly. He suggested that I should do television instead.
Instead of movies.
Instead of movies, he's like.
But did he say why? What did you lack?
Not exactly.
But you just didn't
very
have
puzzled.
it.
Yeah. So something we didn't really have, and so I was very, very puzzled by it, and he's like, I don't know the second movie. I don't know. I'm like, let's see. We'll have to see.
Recently, Miss Know-It-All happened to enter...
Miss Know-It-All.
Miss Know-It-All.
I know a few
Miss Know-It-All, mastery of the craft of acting, has walked on to a set of a film called Bajirao Mastani, directed by a certain Mr. Sanjay Leela Bhansali. And I don't think she's prepared for the unique shooting style of Mr. Bhansali. So for the first time, I've seen Priyanka Chopra out of sorts, out of whack. Like, what is going on? How is this for real? Am I in the Twilight Zone? Is this really happening? Are these types of conversations happening? Is it 9 p.m. we haven't taken a single shot? What is going on? You know, because in Gunde she came and, you know, first day, first take, and she did it, and Ali, Arjun and I looking at each other, well great.
All done.
And I felt the same way on Zoya's movie as well. She was extremely comfortable in this space. But she was not prepared for the beast.
That is
Better
Mr.
known
Bhansali.
and lovingly known as Sanjay Leela Bhansali. So it took her about on day 3, verbatim, I'm done. I quit. I'm going home. I'm going home.
The scene where Yami is dying, the first scene, my wife is dying, so I went damn loud on that scene. I didn't realize. So I caught her, I was like, Misha, doctor. I went like the old, and I had a blast doing it. I thought ki matlab Oscar. and there's no doctor also in the room. And I've shaken Misha so much. Misha would have died if she is not dead. I've shaken her so much. And then I heard cut and I was like, tears and this and that. And Yami, poor girl, with that thing, is like traumatized with this guy. And I've turned around and this is the beginning of the film. We just started shooting, and Shriram looked at me and said, No. It can be like inside also.
There is another, cross we are carrying on us is that we don't want to do the formula thing. We don't want to do the way story is being told. I don't want to tell the story like that. I want to redefine it.
Yeah.
But Sir is a very intelligent person, and he is very aware man. जो कई बार बोलते थे कि अरे यार इरफान यार अच्छी एक्टिंग नहीं, गंदी एक्टिंग कर.
Yeah.
Spoon feed the audience.
Yeah.
He used to tell, and that's real because the kind of film he makes. He has a connection with the audience.
He offered me Rockstar, completely different cast and very, very different stage in his career also, and I had not even entered films at that time, and he had offered me Rockstar. I remember meeting him at the JW Marriott Hotel, and this was like
Meaning pre Om Shanti Om?
Yeah.
Really?
He was one of the first people to offer me a film ever, and this is even before I wanted to
be in movies.
Be in the movies. I was a model, and I had no idea of like what I wanted to do, and definitely not films. I had not thought about it at least. And so Salman had offered me a film, and he had offered me Rockstar, and at that time, and I said no, and I explained to him. I said I'm not ready for it and whatever. And then we somehow met again, and he and Dinu signed me for Love Aajkal, even before Om Shanti Om had released. So for me, so a lot of people were like, yeah, obviously, he had Jab We Met and he had done Socha Na Tha, so obviously you'd like work with him. But I think it was beyond that. He signed me for, like he had some like faith in me even before.
He was an early believer
in all of that. And me and him in the sense that Socha Na Tha had maybe just released or not even released.
Yeah, maybe.
And Jab We Met had definitely not released at that point. So my first film, when Jab We Met, which was like his big film, had not released. But there was still this sense of comfort and trust, and I felt connected, and I felt like, yeah, I think there is something there, and I want to work with him and all of that.
Towards the end, after she comes back and you meet her below the balcony and you hug her and all of that, after that, don't you feel that the film is weak, that the film has really nothing to say?
Okay, so give me a better option to that. It's very easy to say that.
So you get, perhaps we could have gotten into their relationship and realized that actually when they are together, when the fight is not there to be together, there is nothing. They have actually no common interest.
But then that is not engaging enough for cinema. That's
Why
another
not,
film
sir?
itself, sir.
Why not, sir?
But then it's another film. By the time we've reached that stage, sir, where he comes to when she is about to die, and she is getting better. It was the shorter the period, because the story was about this guy becoming a rock star. Unless he doesn't have the heartbreak.
Even for that period of time, how beautiful it would have been had he just said that यार पता है मुझे लगता था ना कि जब अपन साथ होंगे तो बहुत मजा आएगा, इतना कोई मजा तो आ नहीं रहा है.
तो ऐसा सर, लाइफ इज ब्यूटीफुल में if he had not died and if he actually had gone and killed the German tank and that had stopped the Holocaust, it would have been such a great film. You know, I mean, this is all if case scenarios. You can say
but
that.
then you can talk about your own film in that way.
Yeah, and that's great that you see it with so much criticism, but I don't necessarily agree with what you're saying.
I mean, for the longest time, we felt that the film didn't work, and we accepted that. When we were writing the second half, it was supposed to be completely different. Inceptions came along, and we saw that, and we realized that our second half was going along the same lines, going into the mindscape.
This is Christopher Nolan's Inception.
Yeah. That was the original thought of the film. We thought we had cracked up on something very interesting and came Inception, and so we had to completely change.
Mr. Nolan messed it up.
Yeah, it was like a knockout punch because we are so happy with this idea, and we realized that we had to sacrifice that.
When these things first started happening, you know, when people started writing what a colorful, energetic, fun-loving, happy personality, and I sort of started understanding myself from another point of view. I am a certain way, hypersensitive, very, very emotional, very easily attached, and empathetic to almost a dangerous degree.
Level, yeah.
And that's my predisposition. So I kind of have to counter that, otherwise I'll become a melancholic. So I kind of counter that by
being extra happy
and being cheerful, spreading that cheer, feeding off that cheer.
But is there an effort in this, Ranveer?
Not anymore.
It's the way you are.
Not anymore. Now it has become the way I am. Now there's no effort. Now I see a smiling face and I smile. You know, I feed off of positive energies. It's become second nature to me. You know, in this sort of time and space that I am living in, you will become. It's not a. You won't get by if you're that soft. You know. So yeah, I think all of it might just be a subconscious way of countering my dangerous predispositions. I like to play the fool. I like to play the fool.
Subscribe to Film Companion, hit that button below and get your film fix.